listening to us from, this is Hanging with the Stars on the Gambian Talents TV, brought to you by Paus Mango. Filiwaji deglo ci ñenenti ko ñi aduna penko xat ko ngop wala ngalando ñu lay nuyu ko di la ter ñi téro ko di la téro di dali ba falale al sama al wurara al tiñam al dunya ton ko stars. We are back live and direct with some stars all the way from our studios in the Gambia. Today is a special day. We'll be talking about a special event, something that will be taking place in the Gambia.
I know I shouldn't be moving too much.
Saturday, and it's nothing but the Wasahalat Award. The award, of course, that would be recognizing Gambian stars. The award that will be celebrating Gambian people. The award that will be giving people who have worked so hard for the year 2018 in the area of music, media, and other forms of entertainment. In our studios in the Gambia, we have, we start with the ladies. I think that's the normal thing in the Gambia. Ladies first. The beautiful Fanta Ceesay. Fanta.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? No problem. I'm down.
And I know you are very good at that, right?
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes.
Say hello to our listeners and viewers. Your first time on the Gambian Talents platform.
It is my first time. It is. Hello everyone. Hi, welcome to Gambian Talents. This is my first interview here, and mbading on balcon to na bake ala baraka alla jube ni mato bi don to le nata jambi adu kacha kumari mbale be kala jang nyaato do man ndoro ngalon ko be commencer la bakele mbokay ñu ngi nuyu di len dalal jere ngeen jëf ci sen teewaay ci Gambian Talents promotion interview bi man la sen harit sen dom sen raka Fanta Ceesay, and we will be here with you guys. I don't know how long Pausman intends to keep us here for, but my name is Fanta Ceesay, for those of you that do not know, and I host events. I work at AfriCell, do stage plays, and a whole lot of things, but I guess during the course of the interview, you'll find out. Welcome. Thank you.
You host stage plays. Are you an actress or you?
I act. I'm an actor. I do stage plays. Yes.
You do stage plays.
Yes, I do.
Screen, you host events. A lot of the events happening in the Gambia, we see Fanta Ceesay behind them, right?
That's true. That is true.
Interesting enough. Are you Mandinka Wolof Fula Manjago Sadafule Mansuwanka Bambara Tilibonka? What are you?
I am.
Why?
I am Mandinka. Well, technically, I'm Jahanka because my father's Jahanka, or was Jahanka. My mother's Badibunka. So yeah.
Jamako ye fanke surwa dingole.
Eko ngam fanke surwa dingole.
Surwa dingole ti fanta bukamaka mandinko, fanta bukamandika okay. You always doing the wall of vibes, dealing with the wall of your swag, wall of nice. Bukamandia come for surprisingly, it's good that you started your introduction with a big mandinka greeting. You know what I'm saying?
That's so fun. I think this is the first time I'm hearing that.
I'm glad you did. And that's going to be my first question to you.
Okay.
I'm glad you did.
Okay.
What's your take on that? What's your response?
Actually, you know what? This is the first time I'm hearing that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think ngamfanke surwa diningotile. How Wuluta Dameng, how I was raised, were very open-minded people, and
Where is that at, if you don't mind me asking?
Well,
where is that at? Where were you born?
I was born in Nigeria by Gambian parents. Okay. Obviously,
okay.
I'm Gambian citizen, but I was born in Nigeria, and in our house I have a stepmother who's from Congo, Kinshasa. So we're it's different. And I don't think nkamale ko surwa diningo and take a sur muka mandika kon for back nka surwa kon. That's so weird because every time I see, for as long as ngalon ko inde mo mandin quality, nika mandika kon la for. That's why it's like, I'm like, oh wow, they've said that before? Because every time ngalon ko mo mandin quality, nika mandika kon la for. All the girls that know me, they know that. the people that know me, that I actually mingle with here, they know that. So that's the first. It's strange, but I guess to each their own.
Yep.
So I don't.
When people that know you, that you mingle with.
Yes.
But how about the people that see you on social media, people that see you on the TVs, on the radios, you're hosting events at those places, those specific places.
For
people don't have the time to interact with you.
Of course.
You are hosting an event or you are acting.
Of course.
Anything in
This is so straight.
Have you mentioned?
Na program for mbe host. I don't like, it doesn't matter me hosting si fa menna man ka kan ko fole. That's why this kind of threw me off. But man ka kan ko fole. Nga kontondro ke jenya menna nimbe hosting nga kontondro ke wonyale in every language that I know. Handing akwol be sirinyen si aku kan ofo. So I don't think that is something.
So how many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak?
Is Nigerian pidgin language?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I speak Nigerian broken English. I speak Sierra Leonean Creole. I speak Mandinka. I speak Fula. I speak English. Not Fula. Do I speak Fula? No, Wolof. So I guess 5. And I understand a bit of Lingala.
Okay, 5 is definitely not just. You speak more languages than I do. So thumbs up to you.
Thank you.
You don't do that constant.
Yes. No like.
I can tell a day.
You know where you are, right?
Oh yes, I know where I am. I know where I am.
Where are you? Where were you? Where were you?
Yeah, where was I? Where was I? I was in Gambia.
He was in Gambia.
I was in Gambia. Yes.
In your presence.
No, for real. I remember I was at the office that day, the last day when you don't park some baggage, need to cross again and again. I was at my office and I remember I was with Rafat was still working with Afrisound, and we were together. He was like, boss, are you not going home? And we were just looking at each other. People were emptying Caraba Shopping Center. And he was like, go and buy your bag of rice. But we're like the last people to leave the office. And I think those 3 days were the most miserable days of my life. Because I felt like as a human being, if you don't have purpose, there's so much aimlessness that can go through your mind. I mean, the devil can use you for so many crazy things. So, Lord Moron here time because then they air suba. I'm not going to read, then I'm going to sit and tell it. Like you don't have to lawyer. You don't give you them more. But I mean, it's like exactly. The restaurant in Yapati. There was one restaurant that was opened, was the Salis at Senegambia Junction, and no, why 3 chicks after the why Salis reka ibi for the nanjai half chicken 350.
Oh wow.
Be like half chicken. Wow. Bro, but hold on. Like everyone was home. Everyone was home. Bilahi, bro. Be a celebrity like I was the Dekabi.
But you guys were whining and dining with him though. And all of a sudden we realized as soon as Barrow came and took over, the billboards changed and it was congratulations to Barrow.
Bro.
It was Barba's image. But as soon as Barrow took over, the next minute, we wrote a piece on that. Be like, no. Officer, you can't do this. Like, can we give Mambamal from Babili to Barrow all of a sudden? Right?
I think that's quite a sensitive topic, but I just feel that power is owed to who. I mean, respect is given to who, to the person that actually has that power at a certain given time, and I think every person in every respective boundary or jurisdiction pretty much just look up to the higher power. So if the head of the family changes, ku fa nekk rek ngay sargal di nga fa mooy so it's basically that it's basically the way it is.
We need to graduate from that, like seriously. The sycophancy and praise singing and living for our interests. We will get endorse why we will be another topic of discussion another time because of time constraints.
Yes. Yes. Bare boo fi oo rek boo ko si benn boo oo rek boo ko si benn.
Okay, is Danny even a Gambian in the first place?
Well, I am Gambian not by birth, basically. I'm not a Gambian la si yarin ak magay daal. So because fila yaro fila magi. Fila demi fila jangi again. Fila nekk di liggéey fila amee jabar ak you know you understand what I'm saying? So that makes me Gambian. Let me just put it that way. I was born in Cameroon. My parents are quite diverse. Let me just put it that way because if we have to dive into that topic, it's going to be quite extensive. But I feel myself Gambian because my entire childhood I spent it basically just here, and I know so much about Gambia than any other place around the world, and I feel more part and parcel of this place, the culture and the people, and this is home for me basically. Wow.
Well, despite all odds, whatever the case is, if there are any, you are doing a wonderful job for Gambia, and we are proud of you.
Jërëjëf.
And yes, fi nga yaroo ngeen fi nga takkee jabar.
Waaw.
Kan mooy sa jabar ana Fanta la.
Man sama jabar mu ngi kër fan yi rek la takka jabar. But it's pretty much recent, but she's an amazing lady, and I think she's been able to help me become most of what I am today. But I mean, that's basically it. I don't really know what you want me to say about my wife, but she's my wife. But
no, that's all right. I mean, enough. You and Fanta are seen together, work together, work like Africell. You host a lot of events together. The chemistry is so good. There is no doubt. Nyakulen Kodega, obviously, I've been there, done it. I've had those experiences working with people. And then Nyakulen Kodega, to say, when you neka yenya, never. Have you heard it before?
Of course. I mean, it's. I think it's important to focus on what's relevant. I mean, as it's important to focus on what matters. Let me put it that way, because at the end of the day, there's so many other things that happens while we go on our life journey. And at the end of the day, you just pick up what's important and just run along with it. And as young people, there's so many things that we need to focus our energy on to build ourselves and our brand, than just pay attention to minor rumors. So right now, we are where we are because we have really just not paid attention to most of these things and really just focused our energy on the job at hand. So, like we said, we are ready. I mean,
you guys know each other. You have, like I said, you guys host the Wassalat Award and several other events of what you guys on Open Mic. I follow both of you very keenly. I mean, through social media and otherwise, and we are very much into Gambian entertainment and music. And you see, you guys seem to have a very good chemistry together. You work together on a lot of things.
Yes, yeah, and we are I knew her way back. I mean, it's almost 10 years now. I remember when she was still going to Cape, and she was still a student at the time, and I was part of a group called what's it called again? Glamorous Model. I think it was Glamorous Model Africa with William Brown.
GMG.
Yeah, GMG. Yes. And we were pretty much agents for a few models, and it was just it was amazing how we actually met, because I think pretty much destiny is what brings people with the same mind and the same vision together. So we met through fashion, and then from there it evolved into art, because we also went through some very serious performing art journeys in Gambia. And basically now we're working together, but it's been over 10 years that we've known each other. So the chemistry as well, it's based on how far we see ourselves and how we were able to put our energies together and channel that to singly make sure that our goals are attained. Yeah.
Fanta, you remember the first day you and Danny got on stage together? How was that like?
That's over 6 years ago now, I think.
About 8 years now.
That's a long
You remember
time.
the event what?
Was it Miss Bakau?
Yes.
It was Miss Bakau.
It was Miss Bacau.
It was Miss Bakau. It was organized by Williams. We both obviously came up under Williams,
Yes.
and he's been a great influence for us both. And I remember I liked hosting, but I never took it seriously. And William was like, no, just try to do it. Danny was like, let's just do it. And I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. And then the moment we did it, because we've been friends and we know each other very well, we're very comfortable around each other, we joke a lot. So it was easy. It was like we're just having a conversation. The only difference is we have an audience.
Yes.
And we're talking about the reason we're all there. So it was easy for us. And I remember what I wore. I wore a red dress.
I think I was wearing a green shirt. I think it was one of those. I think it was Medun that
made
that made my outfit. I remember
Yeah.
at the time it was Star Fit.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that. That was 8 years ago.
Yeah, about 8 years
Okay.
ago. Yes.
The chemistry is so real between you two when you are on stage. Do you do any rehearsals? I mean,
You ready?
I've watched you guys, like seriously. I've watched you on counting occasions. I remember how many times I watched you guys do things together. The chemistry is always real. Then in the rehearsal, they have some behind the scenes stuff or what?
No, I don't think we've ever rehearsed for an event. I don't. We just we get the gist of the event. We get the sense out of it. Like, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. And then I think because, like you said, we have a great chemistry to, like, when we work together. We're just great together, professionally, and we're friends. So that is just, it's just easy. It's like you're talking to your friend, and you're doing a show, and we don't rehearse. We just take the show, we pick from the crowd, we see things that make sense to the both of us, we talk about it, we laugh, we get the crowd going, and that's just it, really.
So it's not like you sit every week, then again, okay, every Monday, Fanta and Danny's time, 1 hour.
No! No.
Every Friday, with Fanta and Danny's hour.
I feel that if we had time to rehearse, it wouldn't come off as natural. Yeah, it wouldn't be as authentic. It wouldn't be as natural as we actually are, especially when we're doing this different shows. Because it's one thing to have scripts and to naturally just evolve, to morph yourself into a specific scenario, probably a specific event, and just live with the people that experience, because that's exactly what we do when we get on a show. Because usually you could come prepared, and your preparation doesn't really fit with the specific audience that you have there. Because you understand, you're so hyped. And then
you have a tough
and
crowd.
then you have a tough crowd. Then what do? You have to double that up. Or sometimes you're extremely hyped and the crowd is too hyped. Then you need to bring things. You need to level it up a little bit. Just bring it down, turn it down a notch, so you're able to control things. And for the fact that we pair so well is also we also have a little contrast. In our personalities.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think that helps a lot, actually.
Yes. Fanta has her personality. I have mine. So I'm charismatic, but I'm a little bit playful. So she is charismatic, but
I'm a bit serious.
Yes, it's very formal. So you need a little bit of both sides when doing an event. So if you bring a pair that do not really have the two of this, then there's a part where in the show it's definitely going to sink. Because Gambian show, they have never been a part, but boy, all artists we you like been 5-10 minutes, boy.
What do you do?
What do you do? So it's there's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of technicality there.
There shouldn't be any dead air.
Yeah.
Right. And I think
There
because
shouldn't be any dead air in between.
and I think because of
Go ahead, Fanta.
sorry, and I think because of what Danny said, because of the contrast in our personalities, that really, like, it keeps it going. Because, sometimes you have a very tough crowd. How do you get the crowd going? How do you get the crowd to be into the show as you are in the show? You know what I mean? Danny's playful. Danny will pick on someone. I'll pick here and there. And then once you get the crowd relaxed, because then they're bound to laugh. They're bound to laugh at one or two jokes he makes or we make. And then once they're relaxed, then you start a story. You get the people in the story. That will keep the show going till whoever it is that's supposed to come on next comes on. So that helps really, because from time, this is how it's always been, and from time, this is how I've always been. We've always been very playful, but I'm a bit more serious than he is. So we're always reeling each other in. Like when I'm too serious, it's like, brings the joke. When he's too playful, I'm like, really in a bit more serious. So I think that is why we work so well together when we're like on stage for whatever reason.
I can relate to what you guys are saying because I do host events myself here. And have you ever been booed? Any of you, have you ever been booed?
No.
Hopefully not.
No. No, never.
I hosted a Yusundur concert in Atlanta in 2007. That is when he had his issues with Baigay Faye. And he came on a tour and there was big rumors Baigay Faye was going to be in the building. He wasn't. Yusundur ended up coming with Tombay. People came to the show, also in Oneka, in Atlanta. And the shows you on how would you handle that situation?
I'm sorry, what?
If you were booed by a crowd, how would you handle that?
How would I handle that?
3,000 people. 3,000 people.
Well, I've done 50,000 people. So.
More bigger crowd than mine.
Yeah.
How would you handle that?
I'm pretty sure we've done bigger crowds.
True.
But if you're booked by 3,000 people, I would use reverse psychology on them.
Yep.
I would definitely use reverse psychology. Like, why are you booing? Are you angry? Who broke your heart before you came to the show? What happened? Let's discuss. Let's pretend I'm your therapist. Let's talk. Because this is a great show. I don't know why you are angry, but maybe we can talk about it on stage. Do you want to take my job? You know, that's how you, then it's like, ooh. And then there'll be a few people who are going to laugh. And before you know it, the booing is stopped. Or if the person really wants to come on stage, then you come on stage.
Because Carnival Beach Hotel, that was not Page Heavy.
Oh, okay.
Because the main act took forever to come on stage, and the crowd began to row, and there was noise everywhere. But the crazy thing is, I think Gambians have able to adapt to us, in a certain way, that they know that there's some certain things when we begin to do it. They're like, we stand. They're already aware that there's something is happening and we're trying to cover up. So they just go with the flow. But at least that day we managed to just sort out the situation and everything was resolved and we're back on track. But booing, no, I don't think we've never been booed. But yes, we're ready. It's Saturday.
I share my story. That's how it happened, and that's exactly what I did, Fanta. Instead of asking them questions, Damalen said that guy moved for 1 minute, then I started teasing them. And then the last time I checked, because majority of the people in the crowd were Africans, Chinese, Yanko, Kubabi, and I told them the last time I checked, Africans are known to be civilized people. The last time I checked, Africans are great people. The last time I checked, Africans are decent people.
That's
We are
nice.
here in America, in the land of the foreign, and a great African guy is here to make us proud, to entertain us. By the time I finish, the booing turned to clapping.
Of course. That's what
good.
you do.
That's good. That's good.
That's
That's good. Reverse psychology.
You use reverse psychology. It always works.
Yeah,
Either make them feel good or make question them.
True.
But I did handle it. Anyway, you guys been hosting the Wasaharat Award and you are here for that.
Yeah.
It's our first time having Danny and Fanta on the same platform. It's important to talk about some of these things.
Of course.
Have you guys ever discussed these things on air? Maybe to talk about some of these things, how you met and stuff, or to get interviews. It's just fun.
No.
We are here for Wasaharat.
I don't think we've ever been asked that online.
No. We've never really been questioned like that. Because I mean, over here, like we were telling the lady before we came on air, how most people feel that we are inaccessible. Do you understand? So for them to call us for interviews, most people are like, hey, mom, I celebrity len, you can't reach them here and that sort of thing. But we're open to interviews, so anyone that has questions to ask, we pretty much will be willing to answer those pretty much doubts equally. We'll be able
I think the major
do that.
doubt is out of the picture, though.
Yes. Award has been hosted by you people since it started.
Yes.
Yes.
For the host every year. Am I right?
Yes.
You've been the host since it started.
Yes.
Not only Wasaharat, you've hosted several other shows. And some people will throw it here and there. Hana Fanta ak Dani rek ñoy MC biir Gambia. Hana Fanta ak Dani rek are the only MCs in Gambia. What's your take? Are you guys the only MCs in Gambia?
No, I feel it's each their own. And I think the Wasahalat committee have seen what they're looking for in us as hosts. And I feel like if they did not, then eventually they were going to change.
No, the second year they were going to change.
I mean, the second year they were going to change host. But the fact that we did the job as demanded on the first edition, that's why we've been brought back to this Saturday. That's actually the fourth edition. And I feel also Gambian, especially hosts, I'm not picking on anyone, but I'm just saying that especially for an event like the Wasahalat, I feel you should be bold enough to say some certain things to some certain people about their career or their craft, or pretty much just speak on people regardless of their status as well. Because we tend to look at people and pretty much just be cautious a little bit of to how we speak on some certain issues. But I feel like Wasaharat, it's a show where
it's that free platform.
It's a free platform. You
where
can just say
what you
whatever.
want. Because the name of the show or the name of the event itself says Wasahalat, as in Wasahalat. Ila mirayafo. You know what I mean? And being on a platform like that on a night like that, you're not gonna hold your tongue. Not that you're gonna offend anyone, but you're not gonna hold your tongue either. Like for the whole year, the stuff that people are doing and they think they can get away with it. I know for a fact I'm gonna get at some people, and I'm gonna get at them
every year
we get at people.
Every year.
You guys do a wonderful job with that, and I was in fact going to ask you about that. I remember last year or year before last, you picked on Jibu Balagay for his controversial nature and stuff. How did he take that? Because this current minute, Jibu blocked me on WhatsApp, on Instagram, everywhere. Because we do criticize. I know you guys know that we don't babysit anybody in Gambia, including you guys and everybody. We say it as it is. So for G, he doesn't take that criticism, but he likes to criticize people. This minute, he's blocked me everywhere. Just because we talked about him and the comments he made about you during ST's Saluto, Fanta, and all of that. I interviewed him and I grilled him on that, and he got mad and blocked me. So I listened to you and what you year before last, I think, and you talked about him and his controversial nature on social media. How did he take that, or how do some of those artists take some of the criticisms that you say, or like you said, Wasahalat?
Some really. For Jibu, well, we all know Jibu. Well, how he vents or how he puts his messages across is obviously on Facebook, on all social media platforms, and some of them would obviously do that. Some would do the typical Gambian way, ngunu ngunu. You'll just hear it through the cracks, but no one would really face you and say, oh, I didn't appreciate this, or I didn't appreciate that. But some would really go on Facebook. They might not go directly to your name like Jibo would do, but they might throw subliminals. And it's like if you're talking to me and you don't reference my name, I will never, ever respond to you. I barely respond to people, as in talk what you have to say. It's your opinion. Go ahead, do what you got to do. But at the same time, if it's something I feel like I need to respond to, like the last time, I felt the need to respond to that, not directly, but at the same time, I'm still going to say what I said because I meant what I said. That's just what it is. So if we're on stage and we talk about you, if you're not doing anything, you would not be talked about. So if you're talked about, take it both in good faith and in bad faith. At the end of the day, you have something to offer. That's why people are talking about you. People talk about me. I don't get upset and go on Facebook and write. But if we talk about you on the What's the Highlight stage, guess what? This is a PSA, by the way.
Yep.
We are going to talk.
And this time...
we are going to talk. And this time, if you thought we were 100%, we're coming 1,000%.
Yep.
So be prepared. If you're going to be there, be prepared.
Like I said, we watch and we see all of those things. And to be honest, I was very proud of you guys.
Thank you.
To hear you identify some of these things. It wasn't only Jibo's situation.
Mm-hmm.
You did identify some of the other people. You even mimic some of them Nakalenyo Wahe or Nakalenyo Wahe and Starz and the like. And that is very good. It's the sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the most you've had as far as experience? I'm not in you. One summer must be they just block me. And then you call my man, they saga ma. Send my messages and the like. What is the most that you guys experience as far as you talking about somebody and they don't like what you say? Have anybody ever slap you, betla, gulila saga that they harass you, embarrass you? What's the most that they've done?
None of that has ever happened. If they were gonna talk, they would probably be talking behind my back, because I don't think you're trying to get me in trouble, because if I say something now, that's it. But I don't think anyone will have the audacity to do that. First of all, you're not gonna hit anyone, period. Most especially a woman, number one. Number two, if you have something to say it to my face. But most of the things is behind my back, and I don't really hear stuff, because I think I'm in the circle, but I'm in the circle professionally. Like, I do my job and I go. I don't want to hear what the gossip is. And if I hear gossip about myself, well, okay, it's gossip. That's just me. I think I've developed thick skin so much to the point that not a lot really rattles me. I will hear it's either like, what's it called? Oh yeah, Fanta and Danny are together, or Fanta and Danny broke up, or Fanta and Danny are dating, or Fanta and Danny got married. Like, it's basically around that. Or why is Fanta and Danny hosting? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Like you said, are they the only ones here? Or some people might go to the extent of saying, they're not even that good, or Fanta's not even that good. I'm like, if I wasn't that good, I don't think I'd be picked for most of these events. But like, I'm not gonna come out. I will not go out and respond to every single one, because who has time for that? So at the end of the day, people will keep talking as long as you have something to offer.
Yes, Mr. Juve.
Danny, how about you, man? Yeah, I know before a minute. How about you?
No, because I mean, when she
What's your experience like?
what's my experience now? Everyone in Gambia knows that I say what I feel like saying, because my mother talk radio. Like, it's not like, for me, they've always known that this is how I am. So I just bringing that on stage, it's just moving different platforms. But I've never been attacked, either verbally, physically, cyberbullying, none of that. Because I feel like I have enough time. I have ample time. No, I'm just saying I have ample time to reply.
I don't.
Fanta would not have.
They haven't made songs for you.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm waiting for somebody to make a song. I will make a song equally. If you're going to go on a radio interview to diss me, I'll go on several radio interviews to diss me. If you're going to go on TV, I will organize a TV show.
You're mad.
To diss you. So I'm asking people, if you respect your career, I respect mine. And I equally want you to respect mine the same way I respect yours. But the job requires us to be controversial sometimes, to just say some certain things that we see, because here we don't really have gossip blogs like that. So this is one night that we are able to come talk all the trash that is going on. So please let it be, bruv. It's not that deep, fam.
It ain't.
Seriously, so it's just a night of entertainment and just joy.
In our case, we are usually blocked. Like I said, sometimes they make songs about us or write big pieces, or nobody's in your then you they ignore and the like. And I know you must have had some of our gossip. You knew they were, and it creates a lot of negative energy within the artists themselves. Sometimes the student inviters that they barely come to our platform just because they don't know or they're not used to being gossiped or being talked about in a negative way, being criticized. All they want is you know praise. Then when you are the best, you achieve this, you achieve that. Talk about their achievements. But kusisaja hali sinyo ngabinda ko lubuga ngawalo tefeka mumo saja. Ku dem biral jan handi ngabinda ko lubuga ngawako tefeka mumo biral. These are the type of things anyway that we go through, and I'm sure you must have heard some of these things.
True. Yes, we did.
We are mad about it, but the people concerned we are mad about it. But anyway, we go back to the Wasa Halat Award. Yes. You want to say something, Danny?
I think I feel the Wasa Halat Award is an event with a difference, and it's only fair enough that we as Gambians come together and support the team behind this. I feel Wasa Halat for the longest time has been attached to as a particular name, which is Sister Njai. And at this point, it has grown beyond an individual.
It's brand plus.
It's brand plus. So it's currently not just an individual. So I feel the artists, the creators, the entertainers have to see beyond that. And it's the only event in Gambia that celebrates
Gambian
talent in one night. I mean, we have so many other awards that are pretty much about other things, but this one is just a night to celebrate entertainment, purely Gambian entertainment. And it's only fair enough that we come together, and most people at this point are looking at how much they're getting paid. And
I heard somebody ask that question.
Do you know what I'm saying? And
we're going to address that.
Because it makes no sense. We have awards around the world. For example, if we're going to use the big names like the Grammys or the Oscars or the BET Billboards. Or the Billboards. These are awards that have gone over 25 years. And if there's money attached to it, it is not the award that's giving you money. Like I keep telling people, we have institutions, you have sponsors, you have brands that affiliate themselves to the award are actually the ones that are willingly paying or giving, for example, tokens or gifts to the artists or the athletes. And that's what we as Gambians need to understand, because this is just the 4th edition.
We have a long way to go.
We have a long way to go.
We do.
I saw it on Twitter yesterday how there's a guy his handle on Twitter is Simple Fams, and he was talking about how Saudi Arabia and pretty much in the Middle East they're celebrating a deal of over 500 billion USD for a smart city. And we are out here in Gambia making a fuss about a bridge. Now you can see the level. You can see our level of consciousness. You can see our thread of thought. Like, we're supposed to be thinking way out. This are supposed to be little things that we are not even supposed to be bothered about. But just
because
together
thinking
at, just looking forward to a bigger picture, how we someday can invite big celebrities to come to our award, how we are able to actually be, as Gambians, going to attend award shows in Ghana, in Nigeria, in South Africa. But if we are just being petty about these minor things, then how do we grow?
But that shows where the mind is at. It doesn't really, if you and I are thinking ahead, maybe that also contributes to why we work well together, because where we think or the places we look at when we're talking about what people do similar to what we do out abroad and outside is different. So obviously our minds are open to that. But if you have a lot of people here, no offense, but a lot of people here act so quote unquote woke.
Yes.
Or aware, but they're not really aware like that. You know what I mean? They're like, oh yeah, hamna wagwan, hamna lohel, nah, hamulo. Because so hamon, you wouldn't be so close-minded.
True.
You know, there are a lot of people.
No,
I'm not even saying this to be funny.
But it's true. But it's actually
But there's
true.
so many close-minded people who cover themselves behind social media and big posts.
Well,
But feka you're gonna tuti helat kogis. If you think ahead and you think beyond the picture you see, you would understand. For the wasahalat, for you to comment and say, "Oh, am I getting paid?" First of all, let the show be at a peak where we have international brands, or at least the major companies of this country supporting. This is the first edition of this show, and we're still yet to. I say we because I feel like we belong in that family now.
Yeah, yep.
For hosting, this will be the fourth time we've been hosting. For we to be in a position where it's like you have all these big companies that are chipping in, supporting. So Brand Plus itself as a company is not stressed out about a lot. So that support you get will go for all the 17 nominations. If you win an award, you get a token. You're not paid, it's a token because the award itself is more prestigious than the money.
true.
You know what I mean? Because
Well, I see what you're saying, but money is like you said, what's a lot award used to be about selling guys.
Yes.
She's the one that started it,
Mhm.
but it's been rebranded under Brand Plus now. The name was WMA, What's the Halat Music Award, and it's still there on the logos and stuff. That rebranding process, why did you omit the music name, the name music? Why did you omit it as part of the name? It's still on the logo, it's still WMA on the logo and everything, but then the word music, you guys are not using right now, you are just saying What's a Halat Award.
music awards, it is about music. I don't think at this point, even if we don't say music, is music. You know what I mean? You say, I'm pretty sure a lot of other award shows have started off, but at the end of the day, it's the music that is celebrated because all the nominations and everything is about the music. Maybe the music is not put in there, but it's the What's the Halat Music Awards. You know?
Yeah, but why did you omit it, or why is it taken out of it? It used to be What's a Halat Music Award. Maybe that's the brand. That's
Okay.
how it's been branded, but now it's just What's a Halat Award, and we see new categories being added, like the humanitarian award, and the sports award. So are you guys thinking of changing it and eventually making it a general award that would cut across the board in every sector?
I can't, or we can't speak on what the plan is.
Okay, I feel I was at the press conference.
Okay.
And I think one of the things that Sister Njai mentioned was the fact that a rebranding is on the process. That's the reason why it's a slow process. It's gradually. So we currently have the WMA, and you could see on the side, especially on the flyer, on the billboard, you can even see that there is Wasa Halat Awards. Now, eventually, the Wasa Halat Music Award may fade.
He's saying that it's
Yes.
not there already.
So we have if you look at the flyer that's being posted on social media, you can see the Wasa Halat Awards. So with time, we eventually will see that they will stand as Wasa Halat Award.
Only.
Which
But the background
incorporates-
is still music.
But the background does not change, making it music entirely, because every aspect of music is being touched at. But
Exactly,
also
but then other things are there.
entertainment in general is going to be celebrated, which incorporates sports and the different sectors of entertainment, like the actors and the comedians and the activism world.
It's everything.
Yes.
Incorporated. It might have started as What's Halat Music Awards, but eventually, like you said, you don't see the music on it anymore, and there are categories added: sports, there's activism, there's all of these added, because the hope and pray is for it to be bigger than its name. And when it's bigger than its name, then it brings everyone in entertainment.
True.
So.
Daba Malik is watching on Facebook and commented, said Wasa Halat needs to be supported and nurtured to grow as a global awards in which we can be having other countries come over. That's his comment.
Yeah. Thank you, Daba. Daba is conscious.
Daba
is conscious.
We have a very limited number of conscious people.
Yes. In the Gambia. he's conscious. He gets it. Daba understands. Daba is one of the most sound-minded people in this country.
I see that, like you just mentioned, the branding process that's taking place with the award. The names have changed. Artist of the Year, Afro-Manding Artist of the Year, Mbala Song of the Year, Reggae Artist of the Year. We've seen those things with time. It's changing. Now we don't see Mbala or Reggae, we see Afrofusion instead of Afro-Manding. I mean, we've seen a couple of, names being twisted or adjusted here and there. What are some of those changes that took place this year as part of the rebranding?
But music evolves.
Most definitely.
Music evolves. If you remember when Usunjai Senior, when he started singing, and now that category is different.
True.
You know what I mean? That category is, for example, Afro-Manding, now it's Afrofusion. It's because it always evolves. With the songs they were doing in the 40s, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, even in the early 2000s, it's not the same. It's mixed. Afrobeat is taking over. R&B is switched up. The rap is switched with R&B. It's just different. And then for every category, you create a name for it because that is what the people are listening to. That is what works. That is what people want. So because that is what people want, that is what the people give. The artists give. Do you understand? So I think I actually like that.
I mean, because the category of Afrofusion was brought about with the whole mix because we couldn't have a rap mbala fusion. We couldn't have a distinct Afro-Manding fusion because there are not as many Afro-Manding artists to create a specific category just for them. So we saw it it's only fit to bring all of the new sound, because we call it new sound, into one category, making it the Afrofusion sound, because it's music incorporated of different genre basically, plus Afro and different aspects of cultural music that actually puts Afrofusion to stand out as a sound. Because internationally as well, this other categories will not stand, but if you check out other awards around the world, they also have the Afrofusion. You have Afrofusion here in Asia awards. If you check out the MTV awards as well, they have that, because if you're getting sound from Mali or from Senegal or from us right here in West Africa,
Afropop.
So you have Afropop, you have Afropop genre as well,
and then it used to be just pop.
But now that everything is incorporated, every sound is being merged, it's only fair enough. But for the other new categories, like the artivism and People's Choice,
and the People's Choice.
Most of these categories are just new, but eventually, as we were saying before, there's going to be so much more brought to the table.
Oh, okay. All right, that sounds good. Now let's talk about the categories.
Yes.
What are the categories we have this year? We used to have more than a dozen categories.
Yes.
This year, how many do we have?
This year we have 18.
We have 17 and a lifetime achievement.
Yeah, lifetime achievement basically. So just off my head, we have artists. We have artist of the year. That's the big one.
Yes.
You have song of the year. You have album of the year. You have
music
collaboration, music video. Afrofusion. You have new artists.
New artists.
You have new artists. You have reggae dancehall artist of the year.
Yeah.
You have video director of the year
and
producer of the year. You have athlete of the year. You have activism. You have foreign based artist of the year, and you have People's Choice and the Lifetime Achievement Award. Yes, those are the awards that we have.
Some of
From
the
top of our heads.
Yes.
Some of the categories have more nominees than others.
Yes,
Some
yes,
have five,
yes.
some have three.
It means some are working more.
I mean, some are working. If you were not
some
working,
are working. So it means something has been going on, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
It means something has been going on.
Just two people. I mean, is that fair? I mean, are the others not listed? Just earlier, I was on the Wasahalan Award, which I am even currently on, and somebody was saying for the foreign-based artist category, T-Smalls is on there. What makes T-Smalls or what qualifies T-Small to be a foreign-based artist?
T-Small is not on the foreign-based artist category. No, T-Small is not. T-Small is on Artist of the Year category. He's on Artist of the Year category. Yeah, he's on Artist of the Year category. He's not on foreign base.
What qualified him? They're asking what did T-Smalls do to be on the Artist of the Year category?
Well, the criteria that puts every artist on the Artist of the Year, final list. Even if, as long as you're nominated, it means that you have done work. You have put in work. So, and we know that in 2018, he is one of Gambia's artists that have gone on the on the highest amount of tours, basically,
Exactly.
and has performed
And
on
he's
major,
consistent.
and he's consistent, basically.
People forget that.
For music for his content, there's a lot of projects that he worked on in 2018
With a lot of international artists.
with a lot of international artists, music videos that he has done, and so far he's one artist that has been in and out of the country, unlike many that have gone and have decided to just stay.
But he's gone on tours and he's been in and out European he's done. I think for you to be nominated as Artist of the Year, you must have done the work. That's it.
Yes.
You must have done the work.
You must have done the work.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, those are the work that you need to say, because people are arguing, okay, this person did work, this person put in work, this person did that, this person did that. Everybody, of course, we all know how our people are. I mean, everyone is just about their artist, the person they think needs to be on there. I remember when I hosted Wagan on the open mic, about the open mic 2 weeks ago, I grilled him and put him on the spot on some of these things, and the argument has been the same. Fans should always talk. You can never satisfy everybody, basically.
True.
But so let's go one by one. Artist of the Year. What did they do that qualified them? You said work, but just give me some elements. Diesel, for example, is on there.
Jizzle, listen, let me tell you something, right? Jizzle is one of the most hardworking artists, young artists, by the way. Jizzle has started with a lot of people, but where he's at right now, only he's at there with the people he started with. You know what I mean? He's one of the most hardworking young artists in this country, and he's dropped hits in 2018. Listen, hits. Jizzle can call a concert for 2 weeks, just with 2 weeks adverts, and he'll have a sold-out show. That is how talented he is, and that is how hard he works. That guy he's had his show in November at Pinchami, and it was, when I tell you packed, I don't mean packed and you have space to walk. I mean packed as in you can't even move. He's had a successful 2018 with obstacles.
Yes, the people, I heard what you were saying. I heard what you were saying, but people are attributing it to him being under absolute.
He's not even under absolute at this point.
I'm telling you some of the things that people are saying.
Okay.
He's under absolute, and Hanifa is patronizing, and that's one of the things. And of course, she has all the resources to be able to, do all the things that needs to be done. That's out there. So what's your take on that? What's your response on that?
First of all, you can't patronize a crowd. For people to listen to your music, you can't do that. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care if you're under Jay-Z. If your music is not good, people are not gonna listen or buy or want to get or be at your concerts. Like, I don't care who you are. It doesn't. So, Absolute, fine. Absolute is a big name, but at the end of the day, Absolute can't go out and force people to buy Jizzle's music. If Jizzle wasn't good, he wouldn't have been under Absolute. Do you know what I mean? So, Absolute is a good umbrella, yes. Does it come with perks? Yes. But he's a talented and a hardworking guy as well. So let's just give credit where it's due.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Saluto ST is on the list. What qualifies him to be on there?
I don't think that needs to be a question.
we don't.
But we will still answer that.
I feel. No. But for ST.
Yeah, no, I know. That is. Go ahead.
So.
Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
We get that. We get that.
We get. So for ST is
the biggest artist.
He is the biggest artist in Gambia.
And the most consistent.
The most consistent for the past 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And for all the work that he has put in, you cannot deny that he has the most radio airplays in Gambia at this point.
Yeah.
He has, currently his following is just out of this scope because
he speaks to the people.
So he is a people's person. So if he is not part of Artist of the Year, I don't know what else. He's in 2018 the only artist that took an event
to the stadium
and pulled out
feature
with no features and pulled out a crowd
almost
compared to the open mic.
Yeah.
As in single-handedly. So having that is, it's just we put that on the side. So there's so many other things that we could sit here today to talk about what ST has done. Mm-hmm. But he has worked extensively hard in 2018. His project speaks for himself. His tours, his nationwide tours, speaks for themselves.
I think I can say that ST is one artist that is known from one of the most, let's say, from the remotest villages,
yes,
all the way to the city. He's that artist.
Well, I was in Gambia 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. I came to Africell Fanta Madon Hajan. Why it's okay. But I saw him at Farafenye.
Uh-huh.
They brought him to Farafenye, and I was amazed and surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I was there during the Quality Otobaski. Every single song that ST starts to sing, Balampo Jekali.
Guy Jekali Nankoko. That's true.
And I was very I'm proud of him definitely for what he did and how he moved the crowd and how he performed. And this was playback. So when he does playback, yes, that's ST, he kills it. And when he does the live band, it comes to the same thing. And you then to the next person, Nobles.
Nobles is the future. Let me just put it that way. Nobles is the rebrand of Gambian music. Nobles are you could see through them the rebirth of Gambian music.
True.
And for us to watch how far these boys have come to what they currently are it's fair enough. It's just for them to be under the category of Artist of the Year.
And mind you, they didn't just get there.
Yeah, so it's work as well. Like I say, they put in work.
They didn't just get there.
They put in work. They've been on tours. They're on tour, consistent tours. They are, they have consistent music out. Their visuals are not just in the Gambian market. It's going around Africa. So it's not like it's not like the other artists are not working, but someone is doing more than what you're doing. That's why they make it to that list. Simple as that. So Nobles are only it's only just that they are part of that category. Yeah.
Fair enough. We talked about Nobles. Big fan. Fanta, Fanta.
You're gonna have to say something.
He's a clown. When we post stuff about him, some people say he's a clown. They label him a clown and everything. So what qualified Big Fat to be on that list?
He's a clown that makes catchy music. If they want to call him a clown, then he's a clown that makes catchy music. But then, outside of that, I think Big Fat's progress, because Big Fat has really been in the music industry for more than 10 years.
Over 15 years.
Exactly. So, I just feel like this is his time. There's some people that would work hard for something and then overnight, in the eyes of the general public, it will be like, oh, this is an overnight sensation. No. Big Fat's been in this business for more than 15 years now. It is just now. The past, I think from his anything song,
Yeah.
that one
2
came
years
before
ago.
Fanta.
Yeah. No, Fanta became
Fanta,
before.
basically, when he put out Fanta, well, of course, it's my name, so joking. But when he put out Fanta, that really skyrocketed his success because he came up with a different style. If you realize, since then, I think he's always been finding out where his voice is or what works for him, and having that sound that with the Fanta song broke everything up. Since then, he's had the anything you defarko, and he's done so well.
Watching on YouTube and said, good job. Lamin Jai said, great job. Keep up the hard work. Usman Dabo said, SD is the best in Gambia.
True.
Said, saluto. Lamin Jai said, Mike Gida should be awarded the best Gambian rap of the year. I will let you answer that. Usman Dabo says, we are watching for European Pro. SD is the best in Gambia.
Okay.
Dabo said, ask him about Gambian Child and Oh Boy. Why are they not on the artist of the year list?
What?
That's people watching on YouTube that are sending those messages.
Oh, okay.
We're live on both YouTube and Facebook, by the way. So the YouTubers said, why is Oh Boy and Gambian Child not on the list?
If I'll just put it out there. I'll just put it out there like this.
Gambian Child just released a new video yesterday, of course produced by SDS, and even Oh Boy, there are so many videos. They did Bijil Bajar with Babu, they did Butongolo, they did the one they released yesterday, whatever the
Imam.
song is, I've been forgotten.
I don't think they've been consistent enough.
Yes.
And if you don't, I don't think, don't like you. I'm gonna borrow your words, guys. Do not shoot the messenger. We're just a host.
Yes.
You know, and we're just speaking from what we know. We don't nominate artists. We just deliver the messages. I feel like if
because you were talking all along and defending the others as to why they made it. Now you ask this one and we are just the messenger now.
No, because I genuinely believe that anyone that's on that list deserves to be on that list. That is
true.
That is a unanimous opinion we have. That anyone that is made on that list deserves to be on the list. I feel like this is, and I'm putting this out there for every other artist that feels like they were supposed to be on the Artist of the Year list. If you had worked enough, made enough noise, had enough shows, had enough successful shows, you would have been on the list.
I think one thing about
They've been working because we featured so many of their videos. They've released at least, 4 videos, and these are hot. They're making noise on social media. They go all over. They send me, I'm saying this because they send me all of their stuff.
Okay.
They go to the villages too. They perform there. They go to schools. They perform for kids. They organize shows. They did their album. They've done quite a good amount of work though.
Kudos to them.
Nobody, that means they work hard.
Kudos to them. I'm not taking anything from their craft or how hard they work. I'm saying at the end of the day, I don't nominate.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Well, that's it for the that category. So we have all the other categories. This year you introduced the Activism Award. Sister Jaya and I almost had a little fight over that because we broke that news when they said that you know that press conference get the blame go again. You know you live on Gambian Talents. Look at again advice media when you blame go again. What can you tell? How was that?
It was an oversight, and yes, it just happened. It just happened though, but yes.
We covered it live, and you were being watched, and you guys made all the announcements, and then
No, but what, like I'm saying, like I was saying, it was an oversight, and pretty much, like I said, we're still on the 4th. This is going to be the 4th edition. There's still so many minor details here and there. There's still work to be done. I mean, we might even get to the 12th edition and still be making mistakes.
Listen, that's gonna happen
So
even if the 50th edition.
even if like the Grammys at its 88th edition,
Still complaining.
there's still mistakes that are being done. So like I'm saying, it's going to take time mistakes are going to be made. We are going to, I don't want to use the F word, but we're still going to F up here and there, but it's part of growth. Some people are not going to be happy. Some people are definitely going to be accidentally excited, but oh. Yeah.
That's why I hung up and called back.
Oh.
It's the first time, right?
No. Like I said, it's not really the first time, but I'm saying, but it was the first. This was the first press conference, right? And there were so many things that we're still testing. And equally for the event, this is the 4th edition. We're getting to the 4th edition. So with time, we're still going to be building. We're still going to be growing. There's still mistakes that we're going to commit once, twice, or countless, but it's part of growth. And I think as Gambians, we need to just give ourselves room to grow, regardless of the mistakes that we make, and just keep up, just keep at it. But you guys are doing a good job, though.
Well, we read the story, and I'm glad Yasalija came back. Police powers gave me a link, and we're like, no, we're not going to give you anything. You said it there. It was live. People heard it, and I'm glad it's a lesson plan for next time. Omar NK Ceesay on your page on the WhatsApp said, hello Gambia. If we are really supporting Gambian music, then don't left ST behind. Don't you know ST alone have raised the flag of Gambian music? I'm speaking through music perspective, not fan. I don't know ST 100%, but today his valid messages made me. ST is the great icon when it comes to messages. He gave rhythms, creativity, both in audio and stage. He is creative. That's somebody wrote that comment on the WhatsApp page. So the activism award going to our link, right?
Well, it's for you to come see on the day. I am in no position. I do not have the list. I'm in no position at this point to say anything about that particular category.
The news is already broken.
Well, I mean, you saw it, but No. I am not hiding it. The organizers, it's out there basically. But I mean, if it's out there, it's out there. I on the night will announce whatever is given. Do you understand? But at this point, I can't really say much on that.
Interesting. Fanta,
I'm saying, whatever is out there already. The nominees are out there, nominations are out, the categories are out. Legi do das rek moy pour nit ñi ñew rek samedi ñu gis kan moy win. Parce que ñun sa xamuñ. That's all. Nope.
Yeah, but that particular category now, what is new one. The reason why it stands out, I will not argue about all the other categories, but the activism award, they announced it at the press conference that it is going to our blink. You don't want to talk about it? So then you don't want to be fired, right? I don't want you to get fired.
I don't even know. I don't know. I wasn't feeling well on the day of the press conference. I wasn't there. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know.
Okay, Danny. You were there, Danny. You don't know. Or do you know?
Like I said, it is not for me to talk about it. On the night, come over. You might be surprised. You probably even changed it. So just come through.
Artist of the year. Who is it going to this year?
Whoever has more votes,
and whoever the
committee decides. So I recommend for people to go and vote online wherever they're around the world. You can vote on www.wasahalad.com/polls, or you could actually, if you're in Gambia, if you.
Is the lifetime winner, right?
Yeah.
Lifetime Achievement Award, yes.
I'm so happy about that.
Yes, he deserves it.
I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about that. I love Jaliba so much. I always said to my mom, whenever I'm getting married, Jaliba's gonna play. Oh, this goes out for everyone that says Mbuka Maneka Kanfo. How about that?
Which of his songs is your best song, Fanta? Which of Jaliba's songs is
You know what? I like Pare. I think on Pare. Like Anisera Dima. I don't know the name, but I like that one. I'm more, yeah, I like that because I like Pari and Sarah Dima.
Oh, okay.
I like those ones.
In a nutshell, the award, what message do you guys want to convey? We've been on for a minute, and it's like, I'm trying to put you on the spot, but I can tell. What message do you want to convey about the award? What should we expect on the night? Fanta Danny specifically, being a co-host this year too, right?
Expect fun, expect entertainment, expect to be picked on.
Most definitely.
Expect that. An all round, this is the first authentic award show. Well, not the first, but in my time, because I don't want people coming for me again. But in my time, our time, this is the first authentic award show that has been going on at least now for the 4th time, and it's doing extremely well. This is all we can do, really. So let's just support that, and really, especially to the corporate companies or companies all around in Gambia, this is how we can build our own. This is how we're going to get international recognition. If someone has a hit song and they win Song of the Year or Artist of the Year, that motivates people more to work hard. And the harder you work with better opportunities, you can really break through to the outside market. So that's just my message to people and generally to every Gambian. But on the night, come find out.
Fanta, before you go, you just said something that brought me saying you don't want to be grilled again or attacked again. Lulu is something that is actually in Gambian nature, and I know where you are going with it. And you will see Bobam, man grill nako on that, grill na Baibabu on that, grill na killer is a lot of people who will come to our platform or who will claim a particular title. It's even good that at this time you ST that title. But then I've had people who come and take ownership of stuff. Like people would say he's the Momo in the Rambala in Gambia. Babu claimed that. A few of them claim hip hop. Killer is claim certain things with hip hop. And I keep telling them it's not fair. Player na Jibuma interview ko, ma player ko, money ada di pose. What would you call this? My player ko, I call the young born Africans artists. So what is happening in Gambia for the most part, more you credit where it is.
It is due, and when you give it to someone they don't get along with, it's a problem.
Yes, Barki Demba, the President Barodem, inaugurate bridge and he's claiming that. Over 40 years ago, Sadawara Jawara was in France. I just played that video. He was in France negotiating that bridge. Over 40 years ago. Yaya Jammeh was the one that, as if I said, he signed that contract for the bridge.
Yep.
But Barrow came and took all credit for the
He just took the finished product.
So you just leadership do it. Entertainment, it's not fair. We need to start to learn to actually do that. Sister Jai and I talked about this. I knew Sister Jai through Solso, by the way, in Monligay Fufu, and Solso introduced her, told her. In 2007, Gambian Talents, we organized the first Gambian Talents Award in the Gambia. Maybe time we will won. One thing I will give this award, the consistency, if you say the first and consistent Gambian award. We did not continue to do it. There were several reasons. Very genuine reasons. But we did not continue. So they might feel okay if people start something. It's always good to give them that. And the great issue that I talked about, Jawara has worked so hard. Yaya Jammeh has worked so hard, but there are several reasons why it didn't continue. The same thing with this award stuff. I remember Lamin Cham doing awards. I remember us doing awards. I remember several people doing awards. It's always good to recognize those things to say, okay, me, don't for whatever reason they didn't continue, but we are here to continue from where they stopped. Because if not, like people would say he did his thing and brought Timarco, that's not Lulu, he's not the first artist.
True.
It's always good the way we qualify this statement, it's always good. I thought I should just share this with you guys since you are on stage. Rather than get you in trouble.
But that's why I keep saying in my time, 2007, how old was I? I was probably 12 or 13. Like, you see what I'm saying? I wasn't into I wasn't into Gambian entertainment. I was going to school. I was a middle schooler or first, like I don't even know, I don't remember fully. But I know at that time I was either 12 years old or 13. So that's why I said in my time. See, people should really listen carefully. Because people just hear what they feel like, oh, kid is attacking me, Wahudli. Because that has started. I'm pretty sure Haruna Drame has done. I'm pretty sure Haruna Drame, a lot of you have done so many. A lot of you have done so many things before now, which we're grateful for because that set up the platform for this to happen. If those award shows hadn't happened,
that is exactly. I'm just interview artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you see sister have this conversation with her, she will tell you. But artists is not interview always. It's not fair because you could have before,
Mm-hmm.
they have very limited resources and
True.
opportunities.
True.
Mm-hmm. So it's always good to say, okay, other people have done it before.
True.
I mean, for whatever reason why they could not continue, we are going to take it to the next level from there. It's always good. American online. Apparently, right now we have Apple, we have Samsung aquí. The Microsoft, they developed the first computer, the Bill Gates, they developed the first computer. It was the size of a bedroom.
True.
While you have your computer on your phone and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They did not come and nullify the efforts of they didn't come and nullify the efforts of Bill Gates. We still give credit where it is due and we take it to the next level. That is the point. This doesn't have to do with you alone, but a lot of the time language being used, and I see people get mad about it.
Yeah.
Entertainment be the born up they always get mad about these things. So tell me a guy in a quarter way defu fidara. Then they matter. Because we have the resources they had and what was available to them at the time. So we need to be able to support each other. You see people venture into other things. I mean, while you change, like you said, it's a generation linga fake, but because fake that's why when you host or you are the mouth of people, while you're an artist, when you will nullify if I need at least I'm not definitely whatever little research about what you are saying so that you will be able to voice that out. I thought I should just share that with you. Maybe mobile guy what then Danny come on.
Yeah. I get your point. That is true, Tamit. Saying that this is what they've done in the first time doesn't nullify what somebody else has done, but I understand your point. When it comes to the artist, Tamit, it's the same. I don't agree with people saying, oh, Kotoy defun fidara. I don't agree with that because I think Kotoy no pave way for you to be able to have different genres in music right now. So, especially in Gambia, for Afro-fusion, Afro-manding, Mrap Mbala, for all of that to happen, there must have been something they did right that gave you the inspiration to try something new. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. But back to it, for all the others that have done it, like Pa Usman said, so how you've done it in 2007, Haruna Drame, and a bunch of Lamin Cham, they paved the way for Wasa Halat to happen today. And we are grateful for that. Thank you very much. Come out Saturday night, really support. We're hoping this one will not be like Lamin Cham or Bupa Usman or Bunyom Haruna. We're hoping this time, this is the time Gambia truly starts to support award shows, and so we will be celebrating Wasa Halat 25 more years to come.
25
forever. Forever. Why? At least 25 and 25 comes, somebody else will be hosting and praying that they do 50 more years.
Yep.
Hey. Mbadu. True. I mean, true. That is true. That is true.
Yes.
Online is excluded. It's the gender media, and we had people that
he's really putting in plugs for himself, huh?
That have very successful programs and shows that are followed.
Oh yeah, your people put that across during the press conference. I mean, I said your people put that across during the press conference that the online platforms have to also be included. And I think next year we'll be looking into that equally.
We have some very successful programs.
Yes.
And they have great following, and it's just fair. We are online, but we are based in Gambia, and we are followed by Gambians. So I think some of my team members deserve to be on there. right?
Yes, they do. They do.
So
They do.
here you are on an online platform doing your marketing and talking about it.
Yes.
So apparently, no. But anyway, your final words. Takeaway message.
So the takeaway message, I would say, just also to delve a little bit in what we're talking about, is I feel at this point the only way we can grow is if we drop our individualistic approach to things. If we begin to see every sector, every opportunity, every event as a collective thing, as a goal that we can achieve together, then there's so many things that we can pretty much get to. There's so many there's so many dreams that we can achieve. But for Saturday, I just want people to come out with an open mind, with an open heart, and come out to just have fun. Because if you want to give yourself a chance to experience something different, then we will make sure that the experience that we give you is also something different. And every show since the inception every award night has always been different. And this fourth one coming is definitely going to be nothing like anything that they've seen before. So it's also good for Gambians to allow themselves to experience. To get used to repetitions and mediocrity is going to take us nowhere. We need to allow ourselves to explore, find new grounds, and accept criticism, and accept the fact that it's only through those that we can grow.
Let the ego go.
Because our ego is definitely not going to take us anywhere.
At all.
One of the most successful people, or pretty much all the most successful people in the world, are where they are today, not because they rode on their ego. They were able to learn. They were apprentices. They were able to be students. They were able to allow people to tell them things that were not part of their the then situation they were in, which allowed them to grow to this point. So I feel if we're able to just be selfless, be able to help each other, and at the end of the day, it's just nobody knows what tomorrow holds. Some of us, God forbid, could leave. Do you understand? Now, what happens when there is a vacuum? What happens when there's a space? Who's going to fill that? So we all need to look into all these things. But Saturday is going to be a night to remember. Please put on your best dress. Oh, I know you're going to be watching online. And anyone else, and we'll wait for your comments and your criticism. And to every artist that's in the diaspora, or to anyone that is eventually will be picking on, please just know that we're doing it for the love of the job. Basically, we're not picking on. We're basically going to be touching different aspects, but it's for us all to see our faults, our weaknesses, and grow upon. But thank you so much for having us right here, though. And yes, I am Danny Constance on Instagram, Twitter. You should follow me on Facebook. I just had to add that there too, though.
That's breaking down. You want to repeat that?
My handles. Oh, my handles. I was just throwing my handles out there. I am Danny Constant. It's on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. That's my handle on social media. So I need followers. Come out, follow me.
Yes, Danny, I'm sorry. Some of them don't break up. I'm sorry about that.
Yes. What part? Was it basically the end, right?
Yes, the end.
Yeah, so what I was just saying is, if you don't know what to do with your weekend, please just come to Jama Hall. That's Caribou Beach Hotel on Saturday by 8 p.m. because that's when the red carpet is going to start. And to give yourself a different experience of what Gambian entertainment is like. Because it's sad when you talk to some Gambians and be like, man, Gambian artists, then you munundara. Or Mandubadi set on Gambian TV or that sort of thing, because at the end of the day, we've been overwhelmed by how well our neighboring country is, and we just watch them instead of actually having us work together and groom what we have over here. And basically the award is going to be something different. But yes, that's just the experience that we're promising you.
I want to fix one of what you said. So if you don't have something to do with your weekend, well, I'll qualify it to say, okay, to say, even if you have something to do with your weekend, drop it and be there.
Because Sudan wali mo ote, ñu pay dem. Understand? If Sudan Senegal ñu fi té ñu né dañu def award. Wow.
Even if they have something to do, drop. If you don't have something to do with your weekend.
Let's support What's a Halal like you support Wali when it comes to Gambia.
Let them drop it and come to What's a Halal. That's what I'm saying.
True.
And for those of you that are watching abroad, you don't have to go to be in Gambia to support this.
True.
You can send money to your families and friends and loved ones and patronize them. Ticket. We didn't talk about the tickets. Are they out for sale and how much?
Tickets are out. They are at Chop Shop. They are at the Atlas petrol station. They are at Africell headquarters as well. Advance tickets
$300
$300
at the gate 500
at the gate 400. Yes, at the gate
VIP
is
700.
Yeah. VIP is 750.
Yes.
700.
So you can see, if you send $120 or
Yes.
£50 or euros, it can go a long way.
Yes.
You can pay for 5-10 people to go and attend it. And $300 is a person. Then at $20, like, or $30 or $50. I mean, so it's something Gambian, and it's worth to be proud of.
True.
Initiated and started and pioneered and powered by a woman.
Honestly.
Very
Yes.
dynamic young woman.
Honestly, man.
So being covered up, I mean, it's a Gambian thing. We are watching Oscars in Uganda. We see people are very into it, very much into it. Gambians are very much into it. When I see other artists or people from other countries do things and knowing that you know, I mean, it definitely hurts my feelings. We are proud to see Yasali take this to the next level from where we stop and other people. So, we could discourage Muneka another Gambian Talents Award, another Lamin Cham Award, Haruna Drame, or some of the things that are happening in the past. The some musicians discourage. Because at some point, they know policies at a certain level. If Danny Constant, Danny Mumo, Sigana, and just say, so Danny told you 2-3 years, I'm Nyar 4 years, Nyar you got over. So what's the halal role? The second Danny, you gotta see those families. Danny will put that down to go and take care of that.
I'm not doing that though.
Danny going to be part of the What's the Halal team. Sister Jai will not quit because then I'm going and needs to take care of the family. Instead of putting the little she has towards What's the Halal, they endorse, not companies, they endorse these events. They endorse boy. Let us support it. Let us vote. Let us participate. We spend a lot of time on social media. The link is there. The website is whatsahalal.com, right?
Yeah, so it's www.wasahalat.com.
Yes, www.whatsahalal.com. Go there and vote for your favorite artist. Vote for whatever category you want. There are several ways that you can support this. Send money. I mean, be part of the voting process. Watch the event online. If you have a business, support the business. Support one of the categories. This is what we need to do. Solar Link Boise. Get the artists. If you have a fashion business, solar Fanta, even though they always kill it. But young artists, you want to watch out. Because we criticized SDS for coming there last year or year before last and came there with our shirtless all.
Viper Mosol
pajamas munyo
wasaha. It's like, where do you think you're going to your bedroom?
You don't know.
I know. Viper, exactly. But SDS, I'm not sure how much this is year before last. I
Yes.
About it. He was mad and a lot of people were mad at us. But that's what needs to happen. I heard you say it, and that's important.
True.
Put them on the spot. They need to understand Nyom Tamit. Nyom Yoshin Wali Sekas, Nyom Yoshin Yusuf, Nyom Yoshin Whiskey, Nyom Yoshin David Osi, Nyom Yoshin, I'm Bad Cartel, and all of these other artists from other countries. And they need to recognize that. But it's only through supporting them. Of course, if pajama pants is what Viper has, you cannot be mad at the dude for putting that on, right?
He can put an effort.
Put in an effort.
I'm pretty sure he knows designers that will help dress him.
True. Yes.
Designers for listening to us and for watching us. Take care of take care of Gambia, it's our own. We are proud of the entire Wasahalat team and we are here for you guys. Whether it's Wasahalat or anything Gambian, knock on our doors and we will be glad to partner with you guys to make it happen. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for following us wherever you are. Those of us, you following us through Facebook. Thank you very much. Those of us following us through YouTube, thank you very much. We couldn't read some of your other comments because I'm on some technical issues here and there. And for those of you that are watching us on Snapchat as well, thank you very much. Follow us on Snapchat, Gambian Talents. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, Gambian Talents. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Gambian Talents TV. And of course, like our Facebook page, Gambian Talents Promotion. Till we come your way next time, it was Hanging with the Stars with two great stars, Fanta, Ceesay, and Danny Constant.
Thank
Fanta,
you.
I must have you on my first with my Jaka Roke.
Ndan ñu mëna hulo baax na no problem.
Till we come your way. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Bye.